Barry, how's that? Can you see me this time now? I think when I went from the house to walk Riggins, I think that's when the internet maybe cut out. Hey, Dagger Cards. Yep, what a steal. Go, Pack, go. Doogie, how you doing? Okay, that's better. There we go. I am still in a little bit of shock. 2 balls are better than 1. How are you doing as well? Sean, Jedi Master, thanks for coming in. Just really quick here, I got a message it's probably about almost 10 minutes ago now I'm playing on, I think it's called Sleeper Fantasy, which I've never done before. And you get updates throughout the day of player transactions, and it's usually, Greg Clark, how are you doing, buddy? Usually of, reporters I've never heard of, and it came out. And I was like, this has to be fake. I looked at ESPN. Robert, thanks for coming back in. Yeah, Doogie, I think we may have to do some wellness checks on Justin here because things are not going good. Gaza, how are you doing? And I was like, this has to be fake. I looked at ESPN and there was nothing there, but ESPN go there to see what they say. And then my neighbor, who's a big Cowboy fan, the Rock of Woodridge, he said, congratulations. And I was like, is it real? This day and age, any bozo can go on the internet. I'm proof of that. And he said, yes, Adam Schefter tweeted it out, and now it's kind of nonstop. Things coming over the wire here. So pretty excited. It's the most non-Green Bay Packer thing to ever do. And this is huge. It takes the Packers to being like the Chiefs, Bills, Ravens, Eagles, legit contenders in the NFL now. They were in that contender group. They get lucky, go on a run, they could do some damage, but it's legit now. It is legit. Guys, I'm sorry to hear that. As we get older, guys, it does not get any easier on our body. And if you can see here, I'm going to switch it around. They're doing new streets and curbs. Go back over here. New streets and curbs in our neighborhood here, and they're just tearing stuff up. And it rained earlier today, so a lot of the dirt or mud was on the sidewalks here. I slipped, no joke, almost 5 times. Almost went down. And back in the day as an athlete, I could have ran over that thing. Man, oh man. But definitely pumped up. Jordan Love, still learning the position. Not an elite quarterback in the NFL, but now if he makes a mistake out on the field, his defense can help him out. And it really reminds me when Reggie White came to the Green Bay Packers. Zach, how are you doing? It is a big W here. It is a big W. When Reggie came, that defense was so much better than the offense. And when Brett would make a mistake, Reggie, Sean Jones, George Teague, Leroy Butler, Bryce Pop, a long list of guys. They said, we've got you. We'll get the ball back for you, and they did. And Micah Parsons definitely does that for the Packers now. So, Zach, how are you doing, man? It is big news. I was watching Zach's channels today. The 3-headed monster is Zach. That's awesome, buddy. Congratulations on that monetization. But I forgot what I was going to say now. Losing my train of thought after. Well, Ken, I'm going to keep on going, so I'm still in good shape, like you are when I get a little bit older here. Yeah, but 2 first-round draft picks, it sounds like, and it did say a good player or starting player, so we'll see who that is. Could be on defense and everything. Earlier today, I listened to ESPN Milwaukee. They've got Gabe Neitzel, Jen Latta, Mark Chmura on there. And when Mac was available, the Packers were in. And that year we had 2 first-round picks. And they did not want to give up both of those picks. So they turned to the Bears, made the deal with them. So that's why with the Packers, they don't want to give up draft picks. And they've made good draft picks, but I feel like their sweet zone is more of rounds 3, 4, 5, and 6. they find those diamonds in the rough. Some of their first round picks have been so-so. Hunting Bigfoot. I will hunt Bigfoot. I got my dog here with me, Riggins. He'll hunt whatever, but he's usually liking naps more than anything else. Take a look at the chat here a little bit. Riggins live. Riggins has this thing on his nose. It's not really tight at all, kind of loosely on there, but if the boys walk him, he will run away from them, like pull him down. So we just kind of put it on there loosely, kind of a reminder for him, but yeah, good boy, Riggins. Ready to come? All right, here we go, buddy. Man. So, Ken, how are you doing? Big news, Green Bay Packers got their defensive man now, and I mean, earlier in the week, I was kind of joking about the whole thing, thinking that no way was Jerry going to do this, but here we are. Here we are. Yeah, you know, Riggins is so gentle, very gentle. But if my boys walk him, he will pull them like crazy. If it's my wife or I, he will pretty cool about it. Cash and Dad, how are you doing? So we just kind of keep it on there all the time instead of taking it off, but it's like barely on his nose. Make some moderators here. I never know what a standard moderator is or a managing one. I don't know. Sounds like upper level stuff I'm not used to. Yeah, so probably tomorrow, I think I'll go back and look at the football predictions I made for the Packers back in probably May. I did it, April, May. School was still in session, but they're probably all now victories for the Packers, I'm guessing here. Riggins is, you know what, when we leave the house, he kind of sits on the couches in front of the window and looks out the door or the window all day long. The mailman walks by, he talks to him, and usually Jack sits home first. And Jack says every day he's on like the back of the couch just waiting for someone to get home. So, Doogie, you are a big deal. You are a big deal, buddy. Thanks for jumping in here. Yeah, I don't know. So like sometimes I get people the managing one, some ones I do standard, and I don't know. I don't know what it is. But my wife actually, she wants to get we have fostered golden retrievers before, but my wife wants to get another dog, like a permanent dog, but a Bernese mountain dog. So we did see one at a rescue, so we did apply for it, and now I guess they decide who's the most fitting. I don't know. So I may have 2 dogs to walk here pretty soon. So let me hear in the chat. Do you think now this is a game changer for the Packers? Do you put the Packers up with those teams I mentioned before? The Chiefs, Ravens, Bills, Eagles. I feel like I'm missing one like legit contender. The plane, yeah, we're not too far from O'Hare and Midway, so always a decent amount of planes flying by. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. And you know, Riggins, he's, God bless him, but goalkeepers, they're just kind of, they're lovable and dopey. But he is pretty smart, though. He is pretty smart. There were times he's found, like, certain things, like animals maybe, in certain bushes, and he, like, stops and puts his nose in there, like, every single time. Oh, Zach, that's right. I kind of forgot about that. How are you doing? The Packers do go to Dallas. Sith, how are you doing? We got big news here. Green Bay Packers are, I'm not going to say Super Bowl champions yet, but definitely big-time contenders now. Yeah, Zach, so that's going to be interesting. I assume that day that Micah gets a round of applause and somehow, some way, quite a few, well, I think Jerry's going to monitor what signs are in the building because I don't think he wants to have negative stuff there. I still can't believe he did it, honestly. The Cubs were tied. No, they were winning 3-2. I think Michael Bush hit a home run, maybe, if I can remember right. Put him up. Yeah, Farber Steer still near and dear to my heart. And I was talking about that before, how when the Packers got Reggie, like, that's what put them over the top. As a young Brett Favre, the mistakes he made, that defense, it was impressive, and they can clean up a lot of those things. 3-3. Oh. All right, Barry, thank you. It's not your fault they gave up that run. We're kind of getting closer to home now. Riggins is, well, he's stopping now. But he was picking up the pace there a little bit. Riggins. Come on, let's go. Okay, here's all the construction stuff. The street was all tore up probably about last week. Put down the first layer of asphalt. Do the final one hopefully soon. Man, that one troll came in asking if I was hunting Bigfoot, and I said I was, and he left. Oh, I should have said maybe I wasn't hunting Bigfoot. I should have took offense. There's my buddy Jonas texting me on our Pack Attack chat. Some buddies from college. Hey, Steve, how are you doing? Birth of one of my children. I got a lot of people texting me. My dad has not called yet. But for my dad to get wind of things, you got to kind of wait for the nightly news, more or less. Yeah, maybe he saw Riggins like, I'm out of here. Is that Willie Adames 2 home runs for the Giants? Figures. Okay, so Kenny, Mike, Hammy, and Son, he did tell me that Kenny Pickett, I think, is who's going over in the deal, and that's fine. Kenny, definitely a good Green Bay Packer. Carried the G for quite a few years. Kind of getting up there a little bit in age. But I am glad that Rashawn Gary, Lucas Van Ness, they're still in the mix, so. Yeah, Steve, I think you like one of my favorite. Well, so does Sith. Amon Green, one of my favorite Green Bay Packers of all time. Nebraska Cornhusker. Man, Amon, he could run mad. Like, no one could run downhill and as mad as he could for a smaller guy. Man, Jim Z, how you doing? Yeah. Parsons, he's out of there. I think Amon Green has like a gaming channel, and he doesn't go live very often. It's usually like later at night, which is not my best time of day. But I did go in there the one time, and like, he was super cool. Very cool. So Sith, was that his gaming channel as well? Yeah, he was awesome to talk to. Poor Doogie. Yeah, Anthony Richardson. Graham was actually saying now's the time to buy some Anthony Richardson cards. So, Doogie, this may be your opportunity. BC, how are you doing, buddy? Our Cubs are tied 3-3. Need to get this win here. Yeah, I feel like if Double Dribble was still a game, the kids played and it was live and stuff, I would probably dominate that one. Also, we have like Madden. Was it Madden? I don't know, probably 2024 might be the last one we had. But whenever I play with the kids, it takes me a game or two to get used to everything. Oh, man, Riggins is huffing and puffing. Jax, make sure he has water, okay, buddy? But I do purposely like 12, 13 play drives that just drives them crazy. And they're like, throw it deep, throw it deep. I'm like, no, I'm not going to throw it deep. I'm going to run off tackle left, off tackle right. You got water, good. And short little passes to the tight end and just drives those kids crazy. All right, well, I am back home here. And always, to be honest, the school day is probably the easiest part of my day. Steve, yeah, you got it. And, that's what I love. That's what I remember. That's where I played. And Greg, I'm going to check on him next. Maybe Doogie has already or BC has. But that's fun football there. And it just, I can milk that clock like no one else has. So, today was actually picture day. And in my school for the last 6 years, I've worn this same shirt. And at some point I'm like, you just need to keep using my old pictures instead of giving you new ones to use each time. Because if my hair gets grayer and grayer here, I'm not really like self-conscious of it, but I'm just like, I look old. But how fitting today to come home, put on the green and gold of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Whew. Doesn't get better than that. Thank you, everyone, for jumping in. I got to do some homework with Jax. He has football practice. We got pick up Graham. He's got soccer practice at the high school. We have open house for Graham's school a little later on today. That's why people wonder, why do I go to bed so early? I'm just so tired during the week. So everyone have a great, great Thursday. I hope your football team could do as well as my football team does. But anyways, thanks everyone, all really good friends. I appreciate you guys. And I'm gonna go find Bigfoot next time. Hopefully that guy comes back. I don't know. Class is dismissed. Take care, guys.